In today's video, I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite charts, which is the range chart. I've been using a 22 range chart for about 8 years or so. I discovered the range chart from a buddy that I met in Discord one day, and it has shaped my trading since then. I love it. Always get asked why 22 for the range chart. The 22 is the increment. So it would be like if you're using a minute chart, it would be like a 5-minute chart or a 1-minute chart. I'm using a 22 range chart. It's the increment that you can adjust. I picked 22 because at the time when I was backtesting this, it gave me the best data back then of how my strategy is working. I don't use that same strategy anymore. And honestly, my brain is just used to how the 22 range chart moves nowadays. The Nasdaq, which is what I use it on, was moving a lot less back then. And I could probably increase the 22 range chart a little bit, maybe higher, but I'm not really interested in doing that. One thing I do want to say here, just right off the bat, is that if you're trading not the Nasdaq, you probably want to reevaluate what that increment is for you. Even if you are trading the Nasdaq, 22 might not be the best option. Could be 40, could be 15, something like that. If you're an ES trader, typically the ES moves, 4 times less than the Nasdaq. And so it might be like a 6 range chart or something like that, for instance. So when you're looking at my screen here, the 22 range chart is on the right side. If you've ever watched one of my live streams, which happens every morning at market open, this is what my traditional setup looks like. I have a 5-minute, 30-minute, 1-minute, and then I'll open up the 22 range chart over here. The 22 range chart for me is classified by the hollow bars. There's no rhyme or reason behind this. It's just, again, my eyes are used to seeing it this way, so I've just kept it this way for a long time. But you can have red, green bars or whatever color bars you want for up-down movement. So what is a range chart? A range chart is not time-based. That's super important to know about a range chart. So like on the left-hand side here, my 5-minute chart, we know that every bar is 5 minutes. We have the open, the high, the low, and the close, right? That's what makes up a candle. And each candle is 5 minutes because it is a 5-minute chart. On the range chart, it is not time-based. So here at the x-axis, you can see the candle moves in increments, right? With how I have it scrolled right now, it's 15-minute increments because each candle is 5, so it's 3 candles per increment. Over here on the range chart, you can see it's all over the place. In fact, as I scroll back and even into the overnight session, you can see there's bigger gaps, 3 minutes. There's 1 minute on this random move, right? And the reason that is because it's price-based. What that means is that the candle is only going to form when 22 ticks of price movement have happened. So in the Nasdaq, that's 5.5 points, right? We know that four ticks is 1 point. This is 22. So 24 ticks would be 6 points. It's 2 less than that. It's 5.5 points. So every candle is 5.5 points of movement. That being said, we still have somewhat of an open, high, low, close with range charts. So you have here, you have the open, you have the low was a tick below, and then we closed up. On the 23rd tick, it creates a new candle. Same thing here, right? We had the open, we ended up selling off, but it didn't close heavy because we didn't get all the way down to the 22 ticks to make it the move. Instead, we kind of made a hammer and closed up. The reason I love this chart so much is because it's not time-based. I pair it really well. I think it pairs really well with cumulative delta, which is the little micro chart down here at the bottom, the green and red. Cumulative delta is an indicator that shows you the change in market buying versus market selling, the cumulative change in market buying versus market selling. So when delta is going down, we know that people are selling. There are more sellers than buyers. When delta is going up, we know there are more buyers than sellers. At market, it's super important. This is market buying versus market selling. You will see some things, and the way that I really like to use it is the delta divergence. So on a 22 range chart, because this is not time-based, it's really showing me what are buyers and sellers doing at this specific price point. These 5.5 points, no matter how long it takes, what are buyers and sellers doing at this exact spot? Are they super aggressive at this level? Are they super unaggressive at this level? Are we pretty net flat? You can see a bunch of buyers coming in here to kick us back up. Delta divergence, I don't see any on here right now, but I have videos on my channel. You can just search it. But it is when price makes a new high and then makes another new high, and delta makes one high, but then fails to make a new high at the actual price of the high. So there's a divergence at the highs where we don't have the buyers following, or it can happen at the lows, same thing. But I love looking at cumulative delta on the 22 range chart. So just to recap, we know that the range chart is not time-based. It can be set at whatever increment you want. I use the 22 range, which is equivalent to 5.5 points on the Nasdaq. We know that anything that is an indicator that might, favor volume or orders or something like that could work really well on a range chart since time is not involved. So what else do I pair with it? I do pair volume on this range chart over here on the right side. I also pair a VWAP with standard deviations. So this gray line is VWAP, and then I have -1, -1.5, -2, and -3 standard deviations off of VWAP. And I have it the plus side also, +1, +1.5, +2, and +3. These levels for me are really just like nice to know levels. I'm not aggressively taking trades off it unless the day is showing that it's working really well. For instance, we had a nice bounce here. We rejected the sell from here, bid it up, rejected VWAP, slid through it, ended up bouncing off of the plus or the -2, and then kind of consolidating the -1 right now. So it is a nice little level of interest, right? I love getting entries on the range chart as well as the 1 minute chart. And at the end of the day, I'm using all of these in confluence together. So like I'm looking at the range chart, but I'm also looking at the 5 minute. I'm looking at the range chart, but I'm also looking at the 1 minute. When I see something that's interesting on the 5 minute, I usually will go to the range chart to kind of figure out where do I actually want to get in at? What is delta doing? What is volume? Like where's volume at? Etc. And that's where the range chart really kind of thrived. So this video, there's not going to be any live trading here. It's really just some core concepts explaining the range chart, what it is, because I get asked it all the time. What is the range chart? Why do I use 22 range? How do you use it? What is delta? And from this point, now you've gotten the knowledge. What I want you to do is go and try it yourself. Go experiment with the range chart. Go experiment with different levels, different increment sets. Throw up cumulative delta, CVD, and see if you like it. Watch it with price action and just have fun with it. Hopefully this is a tool that you'll enjoy using in the future. As always, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Press the thumbs up button down below if you found this helpful. If you do want to experiment with this kind of style of trading and you want a lower risk way of doing it, you can paper trade. You can also use something called a prop firm, which is basically you go through an evaluation for a little bit of money. You can get funded and make real money off of that account. It is a cheaper way of getting into trading. So you can paper trade and try this out. You can use a prop firm and try it out. I use Apex. You can use code TBM for the best discount always. We'll see you in the next video. Peace, everybody.